Welcome, welcome, welcome to another healthy edition of Healthy Head Talk. It's me, Justin Robert Mitchell. I'm the man, aka Justin. That's Justan. And today I bring you a little bit of a treat. I got my right hand man over here, my little prince, right? Amari's working on a guitar to add a little bit of background music for us. So he's going to do his thing. I'm going to do mine. And together we're going to bring you a little bit of something that I've been putting together for the past couple of days. So thank you for being here. Thank you for checking us out. Always remember to add some comments, pop the like button, and please subscribe to the channel. Put your post notifications on for all the good positive feedback that's coming your way. All right, Healthy Head Talk. Here we go. So listen, I was thinking the other day, we hear everybody constantly talking about love hurts, love hurts, love hurts, right? And this is my take on that. Just my understanding, my belief. Love doesn't hurt. Love itself, if followed correctly, if understood correctly, based on correct virtues, which are kindness, compassion, generosity, things like this. If we are operating in that realm of love, which is what true love is, compassion, generosity, patience, kindness, things of that nature, then love doesn't hurt. And my understanding, my belief is that what hurts is those who operate outside of those specific virtues and still claim to love others. See, when you operate outside of something, when you operate outside of a thing, in other words, you try to say that love is jealous, and people say they want to flip it and say, oh, that person is jealous. That's because deep down, that's their way of showing that they really care. No, jealousy is a sign of insecurity. Insecurity leads back to whether or not someone's properly and efficiently or effectively love themselves, right? So my understanding is that it's not love that hurts. It's people who operate outside of love that hurts. So it's people hurt people. We've all heard this before. And we say, well, why do people hurt people? My understanding and my belief is real simple. It's because people who hurt people, they don't love themselves. So if they aren't taking care of themselves, if they aren't nurturing themselves, if they're not loving themselves, how can they love anybody else? How can they take care of a cat? How can they take care of a plant? How can they take care of a home? How can they take care of anything if they're not taking care of oneself? So I believe that love starts with self. Now, how do we get to learning to love oneself, being kind, being caring, being generous, being tolerant, and being patient with oneself? It's very simple. I've understood that I've had to start identifying things that I liked about myself. And for me, number one, it was I love the acoustic guitar. No coincidence. My son loves it too, and he likes to play it. He's learning how to play it. That's what you hear playing in the background. He's learning how to play the acoustic guitar. But what I love about the acoustic guitar is the sound that comes from it. I don't know if it's the structure of it, the shape of it, the wood, and how it just specifically sounds coming out of that instrument. But I love the acoustic guitar. So I had to come to terms with that. Well, how did I start loving that? I realized it was as a youth, my father played so many different kinds of music around us as kids. I just naturally fell in love with pianos and guitars, right? So I started to identify the things that I liked about myself. And in hearing those sounds makes me feel good. And in feeling good, I think better, therefore I can do better. So that's just one example. I don't know what it is going to be for you. Maybe for you, something that you can do to care for yourself, to show yourself some love, might be taking a bubble bath with candles, or it might be reading a book, or it might be sitting out in nature. Some people like to take their socks and shoes off and just walk in the grass, right? Or if you have a fireplace, you want to sit in front of the fire. Anything that you can do to feed the positive vibe about yourself. This goes back to the whole thing, Healthy Head Talk. How do you think about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Who do you think you are in your own mind? Not what other people may think or say. Not even what you may think or say about some things that you have done that are bad. See? Because just because we do something bad or say something bad doesn't make us bad people as a whole. So we say we're not going to throw out the person. We're just going to throw out that habit, that action, that deed. So it all goes back to how you see love, how you view love, and how you operate in it once you have it. So it starts with a proper understanding of what love is, how you can love yourself. And then once you love yourself, you can truly and properly love others. And once you're loving yourself, there won't be room for someone to say love hurts. Because now the person isn't hurting anymore because we're taking care of the person. I'm taking care of myself. So now that I'm taking care of myself properly, I can properly be a loving friend, coworker, employer, whatever to other people. Spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, father to my son, right? But it starts with loving self. So that was just a brief little thing I wanted to talk about today does love hurt? And my answer is very simple. Love does not hurt. People hurt people. Now, when we operate outside of love and still try to say we're loving someone, of course that's going to hurt, because you're trying to operate in something that you don't have an accurate understanding of, right? It's like I teach my son, there are rules, there are laws that are put in place for a reason. And if we try to operate outside of those natural laws of existence, things aren't going to work in our favor. It's just not. And we can't try to fight that. Like I'd give him simple examples. If I tried to jump out this window without anything to keep me afloat, then naturally, because of the law of gravity, I'm going to drop straight down and probably hurt myself. That's just a natural law of existence that I can't do anything about. I got to accept that, learn how to operate in it, and I can be a success. Same thing with love. We accept what true love is: kindness, compassionate, tolerant, patient, generous, these beautiful virtues. Once we understand those things and operate in those things, starting with the self first, we'll be better off operating in those things with others. So this is your boy, Healthy Head Talk. I'm signing off. Tune in again. Same station, same time. Nah, not the same time, but same station, right? And remember, it's all about how we think about ourselves. And in that way, the way we think about ourselves is how we're going to live a good life. It's how we're going to live. If you think poorly, you're going to have poor actions. If you think properly, you're going to have proper and positive actions. That's just fact of life. We all know it to be, right? So remember, continue to think of yourself highly. I love you. You love you. Let's continue to love ourselves and be the best we can be. All right. Peace and blessings. All right. Continue to love yourself.